مساء الخير، أنا عبد الله عسل, founder CEO of Farna.com. أنا represent as a potential customer for PushBots. I have to say I'm personally impressed by PushBots. The service or the product of PushBots is essentially to manage your push notifications for your mobile app across platforms. And when I initially attended the Flat6Labs initial presentation من حوالي شهر ونص, I was, to be honest, I was skeptical about PushBots because they are going after a global market so that they are competing with quality of talents and resources في Silicon Valley, which is a very big challenge. لما قعدت مع عمرو وراني البرودكت, I was quite impressed by the level of quality اللي طلع بره, طلع منهم. I moved back from the Silicon Valley in 2010 لمصر, واقدر اقول ان هو if these guys managed to move and to relocate their business to the Silicon Valley, their business and their company will be acquired in less than a year. The product solves a market need. احنا as Farna.com, our business relies on sending push emails daily with a collection of daily offers, and we pay money for that. وطبعا next trend in commerce is mobile, so we're willing to pay money for such a product. And I know for sure there's a huge business for that. They're able to perfect the product more. They already perfected a lot, and they're able to price it properly. I think they have a huge potential. With that being said, أنا عمرو quickly كده intro عليه. عمرو أنا عرفت surprisingly إن هو اليوم اللي قبل السفر, يوم الطيارة, إنه رايح يعمل ماسترز في أوروبا, جاله acceptance Flat6Labs, لغى الطيارة, and he started the company, which speaks about someone who's committed to his startup. Also عمرو هو من التيم اللي عمل مرسي ميتر. ده interesting enough ان هو he knows and he sees the market trends. طبعا هو ما تعبش بعد كده في الابديت, بس ده different story. Anyways, انا هقدم عمرو. اتفضل عمرو.
Thank you. Hello everyone, my name is Amr. I'm the founder and CEO of PushBots. So when it comes to the future of technology, it's evidently clear that it's increasingly mobile. Every single week, there are 150 new movies, 250 new books, versus, guess what? 15,000 apps. And this uncontrolled growth of the app market is driving it to triple by the end of 2015. And that's a $32 billion industry. So if you're developing a mobile app, you're always going to be concerned about how to stand out, how to survive the competition, and how to get, keep, and maintain your users. Because 25% of apps are never used after the first install. And no matter how good your app is, people are going to stop using it in a month if you do not engage them properly. And this is the game of social networks, how they manage to keep us always engaged by sending us push messages about the cool things happening within their networks so that we open their apps and engage more with that. So while it does solve the problem, it's seriously annoying for developers. Let me introduce to you Adham. Adham is a mobile developer with 5 years of experience. And he was seriously thinking about actively using push notifications in his apps. And this is what he found out. So on average, each app has a user base of 1,000 to 10,000 of users. Each app has 2 versions, one on iPhone and one on Android. So he figured out he has to pay around $360 just for the sake of the infrastructure. And it doesn't end there. He has to build on the top of that another layer, software to manage the communication, and this is going to cost him around $1,800. That's worthy of 80 hours of development and 2,000 lines of code. All of that just to get this thing going. So wouldn't it be nice if he can just go onto a website, go through a simple registration form, and then use his credentials to sign in into a neat dashboard where he can just add the information of his app and instantly drag and drop a file into his project. And within this file, we have created all the magic. We have written so much code. We have done so much design for the developer write less and less. So namely in that example, an Android example, it takes 3 lines of code before he's ready to experience his first push message seamlessly, effortlessly, and most important of all, under 3 minutes of time. So that's exactly what we're doing. We're helping developers talk to their customers with the minimum amount of resources, by making it possible to forget all about the infrastructure hassle they had to go through. No more servers, no more maintenance, no more picking up phone calls 1 a.m. And then we present to them a handful set of tools to better engage with their customers. So we made it so simple that any developer can use it. We took it from 2,000 lines of code to 3 lines of code, from 80 hours of development to 3 minutes of time. And that's why we believe we are awesome. And I'm going to give you more reasons. So it all starts with a sharp focus on a minimalistic yet rich experience for the developer. We are developers, we know the pain. With one sign-up, he's ready to target any platform, whether it was Apple, Android, Windows Phone, BlackBerry, you name it. And the problem with mobile messaging in general, that it's always unidirectional. You send a message, you never know what happened. You never know how users responded to that. So with reachful insights, we make it possible for developers to understand the behavior of their users. We allow them to make better decisions about what is the best timing to deliver a message and what is the best wording for that. And it's not only about sending messages, it's about making it more smarter than ever. So one of the innovative things we're working on is that we allow developers to think of scenarios using specific triggers and then deliver some actions based on that. So if something happened, do something about it. It's a lot smarter. So these triggers could be location triggers, time triggers, social media triggers, or in-app triggers. So let's talk about location, because nobody of us likes to be spammed with irrelevant messages on his device about an offer in Madinat Nasr and I'm living in Maadi, for example. It doesn't make sense. So with geo-targeting and segmentation, we allow developers to specifically target their customers according to where they are and what they like. To give you a live example of that, let's assume I'm walking in Al-Maadi, Shara' Tis'a, for example. So wouldn't it be nice if I approach Crumbs and then I get an immediate push notification that tells me about their 55% discount on the best cupcake that I like? I bet it would be. And then time triggers goes like, if it's Valentine's Day, broadcast a message to everyone. If it's the person's birthday, send him a tailored, specific birthday message. And the most exciting feature that we have is the social media integration. And this is unprecedented in this industry. Nobody, even the people in Silicon Valley, have ever thought about that before. So we make it possible for developers to talk to anyone who has downloaded his app through Twitter by just adding a hashtag at the end of a tweet. And this is a killing feature for all content-intensive apps. So whether it was a breaking offer or hot news, you can just deliver it directly from Twitter, and it's going to reach all the users of the app. It's phenomenal because it reduces the overhead cost and the know-how of sending a message. And in-app triggers goes like much, much smarter. So if the user never opened my app in 10 days, please mark him as an inactive member. And that's a way to know the meaningful growth of my app, and then encourage him to use my app. If my user is very interested in football, send him only the offers that are relevant to football. So how do you make money? We take a monthly subscription from developers. We have a wide range of pricing lists. So on average, developers are going to pay around $90 per month. And we have launched our private beta with 9 apps, 1 Austrian, 1 German, and 7 locals. And they're all very excited about the level of competitiveness that we're offering. And they're all very excited about how this is going to evolve. Behind this is a team of very diverse individuals, but very passionate. We take it very seriously when it comes to delivering a world-class product. We have few milestones in this year. One of them is to support more platforms, and the other is to launch in the US, as Abdullah said. And with Flat6Labs, we have closed our seed funding, and now we have interest in another round of funding. So guys, come talk to us, learn more about what we're doing, and get engaged and take part in connecting millions of developers to their audience effectively. Thank you.